Great.
Yay!
Thank you, Zero. Thank you, me.
Thank you.
All right.
Hello. Yes, intro.
We don't have Kitty Girl here with us today. They are on stream at least for a few minutes. Or they're oh, help me.
They're in chat.
In chat. Thank you. I knew we'd get there.
There we go.
I'm working on it.
We're getting places.
Welcome to the SupportULT mental health stream. I think Phantom is going to drop the Safe in Our World link here in just a moment. It's our mental health partner in gaming, and the link in chat is going to have an alphabetized list of resources. For anyone struggling with mental health, there are resources there. I am Cairo Sands. 9 times out of 10, I'm the disembodied voice off to the side. Today's the rare 10th out of 10 that you get to see my lovely face.
Nice.
I'm Sunflower Phantom on Twitch. I am PhantomWren in the Discord. If y'all are there, just call me Phantom. Makes life a lot easier. I am, as always, a pretty face, commentary, and your entertainment for tonight's games. So...
We are playing the Stanley Parable, which for those of y'all who caught us on the Extra Life stream last week, we figured out many creative ways to die, many creative ways to get locked out of a broom closet for the rest of eternity. And we are trying to hit all of the endings in this delightfully wacky game.
Okay, but did Harley get introduced?
No.
Oh, I thought you got introduced. Oh, no.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope, not yet. It's okay. Hello, I am HarleyQrow. I'll be in control of the game. Things are going great right now. It's fine.
Kitty, without you here, we are all falling apart.
Brain cells? What are those?
Anyhow, last time we had talked about a death counter for how many times we died. Coach, is a death counter still possible? And if so, how do we do it? I don't think we'll die that soon, but I think a death counter would be hilarious.
A death counter would be hilarious, and there is no guarantees with me in control.
Okay, so, Kitty Girl said, I'll be there next time.
Yes.
And Coach said, let me check. So here's the question. Are we going to follow what the voice says? Are we going to veer off on our own path? Are we going to get stuck in a broom closet and die? What? How are we playing this tonight, Harley?
So,
Suggestions?
suggestions. We have already played...
What, 7 deaths?
We've already played several deaths. We've already gone through what the voice tells us to do.
But did we ever get all the way to the end of that? Because there's got to be more to that, right? No, do both. So do what the voice tells us and veer off path. I think that's doable. Just veer off at different spots.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm down.
Let's do
Y'all ready?
this.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Let's go. And we have a death counter.
The end is never the end is never the end.
Is loading me.
It's loading me.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons. Orders came to him through a monitor on the desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push, and if it would. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in. As though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
Game audio is low and has an
line
echo.
on the monitor for him to follow. No
Is there a way to pause it?
to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say,
I just skipped to the gameplay.
Coach, we have a question about game audio.
I'm sure he's seen it.
Yep. Coach!
Coach.
I...
Stanley stood for a long time and thought, it's part of the game. He likes to see how long he can get done. So far, he's doing excellent. Right where he is, I'm sure you can keep up that great momentum. So, the genius is work.
See if that fixes it.
Thank you, Coach.
Is that better, y'all? Also, thank you for being our rescuer, Coach. I guess let's move and we'll find out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna scooch the keyboard for a second. Yeah, still no one.
What was the open door that we went through the last time?
I don't know.
Came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on the left.
Oh, the lift.
I say we go to the right. Annie said sound is worse.
Okay. Alright, so right. I got stuck on the door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes.
There's another door at the other end of the employee lounge.
Worth the detour of the walk, just to spend a few moments hearing this immaculate, beautiful construction.
Coach is back.
Why is it being weird? Goes off. Don't know why exactly. There's nothing else open. Mm, I'm afraid since the computer crashed right before we started, it reset all the settings.
Oof. Oh no.
Well, that shouldn't make any difference for.
Alright.
Kitty said we haven't done the elevator before boss's office.
All your co-workers have mysteriously vanished. Here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It may be.
I don't know why I would egg roll.
Ooh, extra room.
Extra room?
We're supposed to take the first open door on our left.
This is the first open door on the left. Do we take it?
Do we take it or do we continue forward? Keep going forward.
Have we been in this room yet, though?
I don't think so, but the voice is telling us to
Oh
go
wait, I
through
think
it.
this goes to the elevator lift thing that we keep jumping off of. Or is that a different spot?
I think that's
That's
a
different spot. Yeah.
It takes you back on track.
It loops you back.
Oh.
Let's not loop back. Let's keep going forward.
Okay.
Straight takes you to the lift. Oh, yeah, okay.
There we are.
Okay.
This is the lift
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah, we're... I love walls. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
them so much. Okay.
Let's not jump off and die this time.
Okay, well...
Now. For her.
Who's her?
Does the game have audio settings? Hit escape?
I'm having
I
trouble
actually-
hearing
I
it
don't-
here.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah. There's a skip.
Options. Audio. Speaker configuration. Can you click on the two speakers? Do headphones, maybe?
Headphones?
Full captions. We should turn that on. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not picking it up at all. Here, I'm gonna look at it again.
Okay. Oop.
Well, walk around a little bit.
See if we can't trigger the narrator.
Because you can't like hit anything or make noise all day.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone.
Oh dear. That's not creepy.
Here, let me sit down for a minute.
Uh,
Let me just have your spot for a minute. Just sit up. anything?
Is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of existence.
Alright.
Let's see if we can fix it, and then we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Doing exactly what he's told to do.
Before you hit anything, do you need to go ahead and hop on?
So, yeah, let me sit there for a minute.
Alright.
The annoying thing about this
Sorry
game,
for
though, is
all
I
the
can't.
technical difficulties, y'all.
I can't
Also,
problem solve it when it doesn't make noise, though.
Yeah.
yeah. Zero, are you happy there?
You having a good time over there, bud?
Audio alarm.
Zero says, yes, I am happy. I am
And
even
video.
giggling.
Even giggling.
I'm sure Mom is wondering what in the world is happening.
Mike Bizarre. My Smite peeps are kind of loud. They even came and closed the door for us.
Also, hi, Mom.
Okay.
Is it just her phone number?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it works. Hi.
I see no TV.
The TV on the wall.
What's this?
Spend
Preston,
time
you're
with
gonna
the
spend time with the
boys.
boys. I don't know if you can change your username once you've created it, but
There should be a way.
there might be. I'm just not experienced enough with Twitch to tell you.
Hang on a sec. Zero, it's not y'all's mom. It's Cairo's mom.
It's my mom, Zero.
It's not your mom. It's Cairo's mom. I think your mom's Twitch, Zero, is just your
It's
her name.
It's her name, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. There are too many people who get called mom. I understand. It asked me for a phone number.
What's the movie with the cartoon with the alien and the girl? And the alien's always
It might have just
saying my
defaulted
mom.
to your phone number. I have no clue.
Chat is lagging. And Zero did actually go to y'all's mom, by the way.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh goodness. Of course he did.
There's nothing else on here. It's gotta be I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't remember what the setup process for Twitch is, so I have no idea.
Let me listen to it for a minute without the microphone.
Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
It's picking up the TV.
Okay.
We had to turn it up a lot for his voice because it doesn't carry very well.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Can y'all hear us now?
Can we be heard? That is always the question.
We have put Stanley through the ringer.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Maladaptive daydreaming?
See if it's monitoring the microphone.
Okay.
It says monitor off. Audio monitoring device. That is not what I want. That's auxiliary.
For some reason, the computer just knew that I would be sitting here.
The computer doesn't like you, Harley.
This is just about my normal amount of luck. Okay.
Press M to go to sleep.
What if I want to go to sleep?
That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
No, do it.
Do it.
You see? Can he just not keep me? I tell him in a way that he'll understand. Every second he remains here, he's attempting to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
What
Don't-
if you press
don't.
6?
Press 6.
6? It does nothing.
Suppose I can't.
Oh.
I wanted to. I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose. The same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey this to you. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time you'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed the button.
So we found yet another way to kill Stanley.
Well, at least we already have one death on the death counter.
Yeah.
And
And also, kitty girl, it's okay. This is just about my normal luck. You don't have to feel sorry for it.
alright, so how far do
So-
we want to go before we veer off track again?
Let's take the lift in the boss's office.
The elevator that we kept starting?
Yes.
Okay.
Or what was the side elevator?
There's 2 elevators.
There was one elevator we didn't take, though.
Right, so there's the one that gets opened up by the code button thing.
Yes.
Let's take
There's
the
the
other
other one.
elevator.
That's the one we haven't
The
taken
other
yet.
one.
Let's
Yeah.
take the other elevator.
Anybody remember how to get there?
Go the right way.
The office man like the back of his hand.
All the way to the
It was
boss.
a matter of time before he found the others. Wherever they were.
I wonder if one of these paths leads us to finding everyone who's vanished.
I don't.
Kitty said the side elevator before the office.
That's right. Okay.
Right.
Go to the executive bathroom. It's right by the executive bathroom. As far as I remember.
I've slept since then.
Same. There's a reason why my
Alright,
name is
Kitty
Crow.
redeemed stretch.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, we'll sit here for a little bit while we stretch.
Touch
Let's
your
see if the
toes.
narrator says anything.
Oh goodness.
That'd be funny. Ah.
Oh, wait, hang on. And you stretch. Touch my toes.
Well, I can't do it.
So, right takes us to the employee lounge. If we go left, we get to the stairs, which takes us to the boss's office.
Yep. And
Which-
that's our goal right now.
Our goal right now is to get to the boss's office and take the fancy elevator. Also, is the broom closet open? Let's see if the broom closet's open.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Bye, Annie.
Bye, Annie. Catch you next week.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
If I can stop.
The boards are gone.
The boards are gone.
Does the door open?
So for those of y'all who missed
Stanley
it,
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
for the charity stream, we went into the broom closet so many times. The narrator decided to just
There was nothing
board it
here.
up.
Board
No
up.
choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty footprint. No reason to still be here.
I feel like there is actually something with it, but we're not gonna find out yet. So let's
Yeah.
keep going.
Let's keep going.
That Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet nothing.
Who's yelling at you, Meeple? Fight him.
no.
I just asked that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because remember, if we go downstairs,
Probably
we get
didn't
trapped in
happen.
a nightmare and die.
I mean, we kind of get trapped in a nightmare and die anytime we die.
Yeah.
It's the other way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it?
Was it? I thought it was.
No. Was there another
Wasn't
door?
there another elevator up here?
There is. It's on the right.
I am so lost.
Where you were just clicking.
I clicked a lot of things.
Is it... One of these doors has to open.
White handles.
So that. Open.
Do we have to go all the way through the broom closet to get that open?
I doubt, because we can't go back now. I swear that's where it is. Let's go ahead and go into the office. Because I thought it was in the office. Is there a door on your right?
Stepping into the manager's office, Stanley was once again
No, because the door
stunned
closes
to discover
before
not
us.
an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Do we have to go through the nuclear bomb option?
What he
Zero.
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping
Oh, so now we have
So
to
the boss had assigned him
restart
an
or
extra
die.
number, 2845. But of
Do we
course,
want to restart to get to that, or do we want to go the nuclear option?
Hey, Meep, heads or tails?
Stanley just sat around twiddling
Hang on.
his thumb. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was
Meep.
245.
Meep.
Meep says heads.
Heads. Alright, we go the nuclear option.
Okay.
2845.
Why is this narrator so salty?
Yet incredibly,
Maybe you have to go to the bathroom first?
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
We tried the bathroom, but the door was locked. We couldn't get it to open. And Meep said, blow it up.
Boom boom time.
Boom boom time.
Very much boom boom time.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he
Question
felt
mark?
more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
This is
This
new.
question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wait, what if we go back the other way? Does that take us anywhere? Not that way.
Not that way. Yeah.
Back. Back where we were a second ago. Yeah.
Not really.
No, it just dead ends us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It felt new. I might just be forgetting things. I've slept since then.
Mm. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Harley, I'm gonna place a big red button somewhere that says do not touch.
I'm gonna touch it.
And set a stopwatch to see just how long it takes you.
So
Also,
1 second.
Thank you, Kitty.
we have to try and enable the mind control again. We have to try to put everyone back under the mind control, in order to enable the nuclear button.
Now,
Yep.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, but like the fact that this place is huge.
Yeah.
I love it.
And the amount of details.
Oh yes. I love it. I love it.
You know what it kind of feels like? kind of
What?
feels like looking at the big like screen walls, the TV
This
walls.
mind-controlled facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Bye, Zero. See you soon.
No.
Bye.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
For fetch me my fainting couch.
Not the theater major being dramatic.
the heart of the operation? Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Posture check. Just using up all your hard-earned points, aren't you there, kitty girl?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they
Yes.
kept you enslaved all these years ago and you tried to take control of the machine for yourself, is that what you wanted? Control?
We have to try and find the blue 3 to stop the nukes.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to
I'm not
understand
sure I wanted
One
to
of the
do
buttons.
that.
how much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm
I
afraid
like
you
this
don't
one.
have nearly the power you think you do, for example, and I believe you'll find this urgent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode.
Also, that's fair.
How long until detonation? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I mean, good. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
So here's where we ask, is the narrator actually God?
Music. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
The narrator is Stanley.
34 seconds left. But I'm
Why?
enjoying this so much. You know what?
We'll talk about that at the end because I'm curious.
Yep.
Do we want to stop at 9:50 so we have about 10 minutes to debrief?
Yeah, sure.
Do we just stop after we die?
What's the matter?
Yeah.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing?
Do we want to walk around?
Or did you just assume when you
There's
saw
a
that
pink
child
button that we're
that
supposed to
something in
find.
this room was capable of turning it on?
That was the blue button.
Now it's pink.
Running from button to button, screen
It's whatever
to
button is on the screen.
clicking on every little thing in this room.
Yeah.
These numbered buttons. No, these
Pink what?
buttons. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley,
point of this screen is that the buttons don't exist.
But I'm going to destroy it
Yeah.
first, so will you come out.
I feel like it might though, because it'd have to have a starting ending.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your friend? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Boom.
We died.
And Stanley meets yet another gruesome end in our hands. Only to wake up back in his office.
Death number 2.
Death number 2. Alright, so. Calling it here.
Hold on.
Meep said, well worth the wait.
I know, right?
Okay, so you mentioned something about the narrator being Stanley all along.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I kind of sometimes do something similar to this in my own mind. Not exactly. But I'll, like, kind of narrate different, like, little storylines in, like, a monotonous job like Stanley has, where it's
Button
it's
pushing, button pushing, button pushing.
just this. He's just coming up with all of these different scenarios.
So, it's that one, whose story was it in Edith Finch? The fish factory.
Oh, the cousin that got so into his own
Yeah.
that got so into his own
world.
fantasy that he yeeted himself into the fish guillotine.
Do we want to go ahead and escape? But wait, he doesn't start talking.
Yeah.
But I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley
like
has
an extreme
created
level.
such an escapism in his mind.
That he is the narrator while at
Luis.
the same time.
Lewis, the brother.
The brother.
The brother.
Thank you for remembering that, Kitty.
Yeah, so like it when you like when someone gets into like a mind space like this and like they're narrating their own stories, it's kind of a weird disconnection where it's almost like a different person is narrating even though it is
Yeah.
you.
So let's talk about, because a lot of us do stuff, even if it's not work, but there's so much stuff that's just monotonous.
Mm-hmm.
Working a register gets monotonous. Working an office job gets monotonous. How do you handle that?
Yeah.
Like how you work a register, right? But nothing you ever do is quite the same. But I'm sure some parts of it get really repetitive, really boring, really monotonous. How do you handle that?
So every customer interaction I have has a script. Like,
Yes.
9 times out of 10, it's even a written script, like, on the screen for me to read. There's not a lot of room for, like, creativity. So, like, I'll throw something in there that's a little bit off script. Or just whatever it takes so that I'm not repeating the same, would you like to get the insurance today? 5 billion times over.
And see, where I'm working now, the script pretty much has to be the same. It's the same questions for every customer. I don't have the option of like, oh, well, this is going to be a different sort of transaction. I work a register. It is, hey, how you doing? Did you find everything all right? Is this all for you? Do you want your receipt? Like, that's my very basic script. But I also have the freedom to talk to them. I've made friends with some of my regulars. Like, I get to know them, but I have that option because there's more leeway. You know, it's not super high volume, but it's also not dead to the world.
Mm-hmm.
But when it does get really busy, it does get really monotonous. And sometimes I lose track of the script. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Which is always interesting, especially if I lose track of where I am in the script mid-sentence. Because I'm just like, I already asked you that. What is my next question? And some of my customers find it funny. Some of them are just like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I've had 30 customers in 20 minutes. No.
Yeah.
So, what about you? Do you ever have stuff that just gets,
There have been a few things that have gotten monotonous. It's kind of interesting in the theater because it is very hard for things to get monotonous.
Mm-hmm.
Something is always happening, something is always changing. Generally, that's when you know things are going good, is things are always in a constant state of change.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, under the Carrie era, there were a couple of shows that got very monotonous, and because I was constantly stuck up in the light booth, yeah.
You couldn't add your usual zest to?
Not really, no. I couldn't really add my
scripted.
zest. Yeah. Especially when you're stuck doing the same thing. And, like, there's not really much change with how the lighting goes in between shows.
Right, like lighting needs to stay consistent.
Yeah. Generally. It depends on the show and where it's taking place and who's designing it.
Well, but I mean, in between, like if you're doing show A, right, the lighting needs to stay consistent from night 1 to night 3.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, between show A and show C, the lighting's gonna be different. But, within the nights of a singular show.
Yes. Although there are some light designers out there in the world that, no matter what show it is, it's really the same lighting. It really is. No matter how hard they change colors in the gels or the gobos, it's the same. And doing shows for that, that gets monotonous. Especially when you just have to hit the go button.
Yeah.
Go.
And you're just kind of up there to
go.
Troubleshoot if need be.
Yeah. Is the actor on? Okay, cool. Go. Is the actor hitting the light switch? Go. But now that we're out of the Carrie era, the things are not as monotonous.
Fair. So here's a question for you, Coach. You know, you've talked about leaving an office job for something different. How, when you were still working that office job, how did you deal with the monotony and the repetitiveness of it?
I didn't do it very well, which is why I didn't stay. That's why I've had a million jobs. I have a short attention span. When I get good at something, I get bored of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just can't do it. I can't. The hardest job I ever had was like working at Applebee's. Because it took me, because I guess my social skill deficit, it took me a while to learn because I was in high school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a long time for me to feel like I mastered that and get bored of it. But, I mean, most office jobs, even like IT, it's random stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. Whatever fire there is somewhere, it's always some random other fire. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, there's some people that really crave that same thing, right? You have to have that schedule, you function better.
Yeah.
I think most of us probably aren't, but it's difficult to deal with, and everybody's going to deal with these things differently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't, and I don't. I get good at it. I get bored of it. If it's the same thing, I worked for 4 hours at a Papa John's or something like that, cooking pizzas, to pop the bubbles in it. I was like, no, I'm never coming back here again. That was one of my high school jobs. I'm like, no.
See, I very much crave the structure of a regular schedule with variations in what I'm doing. So when I was working with advancement, it was a lot of data entry, a lot of hand addressing envelopes, a lot of preparing and getting mail ready, which was great because it was fairly mindless. So I could just put in an audiobook or watch Netflix and do it all at once. So I could kind of have my attention pulled in different directions. I'm about to move to a new job. I'll find out on Monday when I go, or the director's supposed to call me so I can figure out when I'm going to go to orientation for that. But it's going to be a structured schedule, and but it's working with kids, so there's bound to be variations.
Mass
in that.
chaos all day long.
Yeah. Hello, Lord Boss 420.
Hello.
Sorry, tuning in right at the tail end of our stream here.
Yes.
And welcome back, Zero. But I need a mix of the structure and monotony with the variation. Like, the job I have right now, I'm a sibling.
Uh-oh. Not mine.
Well, only
Oh,
two of the people in this room have siblings.
Which one of my siblings are you?
Wait, let's play a guessing game. Older or younger?
I'm calling it. You're Thomas, aren't you?
Anyhow, we'll just see who responds.
Kiddo?
I don't know where I was going with that anymore. All of that is to say, I need structure.
Yeah.
I need variation.
Mm-hmm.
The job I have right now is a little bit too much variation in my work schedule, and I'm losing my mind because every week I could be working 9 to 5, I could be working 9 to 2, I could be working 10 to 4. No, just
you can't plan a life around that.
exactly, and it's not a bad job. It's not. I like my coworkers. I adore them. I'm inviting 3 of them to my wedding. I really like my coworkers. But the schedule itself is driving me crazy. We were doing 10 to midnight. That got to be too late for some of us because work and lives.
Yeah.
And so we're just doing 9 to 10 because we can keep people's attentions longer. So.
Everybody was going to sleep at 11 o'clock anyway. So
Yeah,
they only had their attention for an hour.
Yeah, so we lost any conversation halfway through.
And this way, I get to go home and actually go to sleep before I have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
So
we have the theory that the narrator is Stanley, and that's how we got on this whole track of talking to yourself and making up stories. Do we have any other theories?
My theory is that the narrator is God.
Okay, so someone looking down on Stanley like a
omniscient, omnipresent, I know exactly what you're gonna do before you do it. I am going to let you make your own decisions, even if your own decisions are stupid as all hell.
That's why we have a death counter.
That's why we have a death counter. So, yes, my theory is that the narrator is God and that Stanley is a part of God's ant farm.
Entertainment for the day.
My theory is that it's some sort of simulation, and we're about to start looking at a raging dystopia. So.
Right, because we do have that whole. That one big room with there's the button. Turn it off, turn it on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My question is, how many of his coworkers have gone through this and died, and that's where all of them went? I wonder if he's the last to wake up in this. Also, Meep says, narrator is a stand-in for the government. That could be interesting, too.
Could be.
Yeah, that could be.
Do you have any theories?
Not really anything different than those.
Could just be an evil genius who's having a bad day.
I mean, that's fair.
It does kind of have, like Matrix vibes to it.
A little bit, yeah.
And who knows, like sometimes the evil geniuses, they're people, they have bad days too. In all honesty, like...
I'm gonna go get a white cat and start plotting to take over the universe now.
So the narrator is an author, right? And Stanley. Yep. Yeah, you with me? Is a character in a choose your own adventure novel. Stanley is us in a choose your own adventure novel.
I love choose your own adventure novels.
The way this game works reminds me of a type of purgatory.
That could be interesting.
If an office job is hell, then this is purgatory.
Yep.
All of these make me just want to go sit and research more theories about this.
Because, there's not going to be an answer, I don't think.
No. It's like... It's almost like deep diving into the Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
Oh.
There's answers for some stuff, but those always lead to like 5 more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anytime we reach the end, it begins again. Maybe we are just stuck in an endless purgatory loop where we have to figure out what Stanley's sins are and atone.
I think it's an unfinished pick your own adventure novel.
Yeah, it's very much got the pick your own adventure novel to it because like I used to read them.
I did let Mom know that it was going to be the Stanley Parable. She was also busy at that point, so...
Minecraft is good. This is not Minecraft.
Yeah, also, Zero, of course you think Minecraft is good.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with Minecraft.
I get talked to about it constantly, and I'm like, I am out of the loop here.
Every game is Minecraft if you believe hard enough.
Anyway, I would like to stream this on my own at some point, not on a university channel, and I would just like to let loose with some of my language and comments.
It's got such great writing in it.
It's
really
got great
does.
writing, but I also can't call the narrator all of the names that I want to call the narrator while on this PG-13 stream.
He's such a good narrator, though.
Yeah, he really is. He's fantastic. I just want to play it and have a language warning for all
what
the
is
children.
this stream rated? Like, what rating will we give this stream?
Not anywhere near what you're thinking.
Because if it's PG-13, we were allowed 1 F-bomb per stream.
Yeah, we had this conversation last week.
Every time you speak, I age. Good night, Kitty. We will see you next time. And with that, I give up. I give up. I age greatly.
So are we done with Stanley? How many deaths have we had?
9.
Do we know how many there is?
19.
There's 19.
Oh, wow.
But the issue I feel like we'll run into is because we haven't written anything down, we're going to run into the same deaths.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know if we're done with Stanley. I guess we'll figure that out.
We might be able to make 1 more stream out of Stanley.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll contemplate and see what happens next week. Because we'll have next week.
And then Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
We'll be
that
off
quick?
that week, right? Because Thanksgiving, we just have 1 more and then Thanksgiving.
Next week,
Right.
then Thanksgiving.
Next week, Thanksgiving. 1 more week, finals.
Right.
So basically, we've got 2 weeks left we can stream.
Yeah. So
we choose
if
to
we're
do
going to
it.
start something else, we should start something else.
Yeah.
Something
Could
Yeah.
we make 2 more streams out of Stanley?
I think I would rather cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really entertaining, but I think it would get frustrating.
It
it's
gets repetitive
trying to
at some
figure
point.
trying to figure out what we're missing, what
Mhm.
direction
Yeah.
we haven't already been to. We'll get confused with all the different things.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think we need to look for something else short or something else maybe less serious as well, because we're coming up on the end of the semester.
Yeah.
Just to eat up a couple more weeks of.
Let's find
Stream
something nice and fun and lighthearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll look at that and we'll figure that out for next week.
Listen, I think we can either find something short or we can find something lighthearted.
Yeah.
Because none of our short games have been lighthearted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So.
short games are.
Yeah.
We'll start looking and send some ideas in the SupportULT chat. And one more time for good measure, I'm gonna send the Safe in Our World link out there.
Just in case you're feeling like blowing something up.
Even if you don't need these links, you will find somebody in your life and you will know somebody who does. Look through them. There's a lot out there. It's alphabetized, which makes my heart happy. And there's a lot of options. So, take a look. See if you know somebody who needs it.
Hopefully I'll have the computer fixed by next week.
I'm sorry for being a little bit of a bad luck charm, Coach.
Nah, you're
Well,
great.
it died during our third hour of Extra Life. We had to resuscitate it.
Oh no.
And
Maybe we just need a new one.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
it dies every year because I guess we use it quite a bit. But
Yeah, that's fair.
It does get put through a lot.
I need to figure out what its issue is.
Fair.
Good night, all.
Well, I am Phantom, signing
Good
off for the night.
I'm Cairo Sands signing off.
And I'm HarleyQrow signing off.